So with the DLC for Doom Eternal right around the corner, I'd imagine everyone wants to be ready for that in every possible way, whether if it's getting more familiar with the story and the lore and what's going on, or getting your skills up, or in this case, looking your absolute best with that shiny gold Slayer skin. Now unfortunately for us on console, it's not as easy as on PC. We don't have uncapped frame rates, we don't have quick weapon swaps, we don't have spyware, we don't have all the fantastic things of PC gaming, but what we do have is I guess the majority of the console market. Wear that on your sleeves, boys. Anyways, today I'm be showing you guys a quick, easy, more or less foolproof guide for Hell on Earth on Ultra Nightmare mode for Doom Eternal. Now, there's a couple things I want to get out of the way. I'm gonna do this quote-unquote series level by level. That way I'm not skipping any fight, and I'm giving you guys variations on every possible fight. That way, if I come into a fight a certain way and it doesn't exactly fit your playstyle, I can at least try to give you a variation on that fight. As an example, let's say in Exultia, where in my gameplay, I might recommend you chainsaw the Arachnotron, but instead you chainsaw something like an imp and you don't have the fuel to take out the Arachnotron now. Well, I'll try to help you in that scenario to try and recover rather than panic, because now you don't have the fuel to take out that Arachnotron. That's what I have in mind anyways. We'll see how this goes. Now before we get into it, also, whether if you're playing on PC or console, I recommend you have a button layout that's comfortable for you. Something that doesn't interrupt your movement while you're aiming or firing. You want to be able to do both of those in tandem. Now, for my personal button layout, you can check out the video in your top right hand screen. If that doesn't work for you, that's fine. There's plenty of button variations that were posted in the comments section, so maybe you can find something that's better suited for you. In the same vein, I know everyone says it, but it's true, you know, you're gonna have to try out Nightmare mode. I mean, it's not a must, but it's a good idea. That way you know how aggressive all the demons are, how much damage you receive for every attack, and a big one, which I'm gonna help you out in this guide anyways, is demon spawns for every fight before you even step foot into that fight. That way you already know what you're gonna be dealing with. Also, while playing Nightmare mode, turning off my HUD helped me out with my aim and with getting more comfortable with how much damage I was receiving rather than looking at my health. You don't have to turn your HUD off, but that's what helped me out in the very beginning, as far as my nerves went anyways. But with that out of the way, let's get started on Hell on Earth. I mean, everyone recommends it, there's a reason for it. Sticky bombs should be the first mod that you pick up, especially if this is a serious run. I mean, come on. Now, how I go about this room always kind of changes. It goes based off of where that first imp spawns. Sometimes it spawns right here by this pillar, other times it spawns over here to the left, other times it spawns right above that. Now if it spawns over to the left, I'll either go up this ramp and kind of work my way around the whole room, or go to the right and work my way kind of counterclockwise. But the main premise here is you're going to want to do is constantly be on the move. You don't want to move around under this area like I am. I'm just kind of cocky now. You want to move around this area, and what's very important is there's enough ammunition pickups in this room for you to not chainsaw any demon. If you do end up chainsawing a demon, whether on purpose or by accident, there is one more fuel pickup that you're going to want to snag before you leave the room. We're going to use all three of those fuels on the first Arachnotron we come across. But anyways, you're going to want to move on the outside of the room. If you ever run low on health, there's plenty of pickups for that. Same with the shotgun shells, or even a nice trick is when you're panicking and you're low on health, just shoot a sticky bomb at the feet of a soldier. That'll automatically put them in a glory state kill. That works for this room, and just in the future, whenever you come across soldiers, if they're not already hurt, you can just kind of cheese your way into free glory kills. Kind of a quick get out of jail free card, so to speak. Also, while you're chainsawing and performing glory kills, you are pretty much invulnerable, so take that opportunity to keep an eye on where your health is, where the demons are around you, and what your ammunition situation is looking like. So again, with this room, just remember to stay on the move, try not to stop or even accidentally chainsaw a demon. There's enough ammo and health pickups in this first room. If you do end up accidentally chainsawing a demon, then just make sure to pick up that last fuel canister on your way out. After the cutscene where you kill the first health priest, you're gonna go pick up the next weapon mod, but switch back to your sticky bombs. We're also gonna ignore all the demons on your way to this monkey bar. You're gonna jump on this monkey bar, and when you're in mid-air, you're gonna want to shoot this spot right here, as an imp is always gonna spawn there. And you don't want that imp to mess you up, because we basically use this platform as a way to launch ourselves forward to immediately chainsaw the Arachnotron that spawns. Now in this arena, there's imps, soldiers, and as I mentioned, the Arachnotron. You want to prioritize that before focusing on any other demons, as just having him alive is gonna screw you up. Plus, it's a good idea to be aware of all the red barrels are. You have a red barrel here, right behind the pillar where the launch pad is, over here right next to where I initially chainsawed the Arachnotron, and then you have one in the back corner area right next to that launch pad as well. You want to kind of stay away from all those just in case if any of them accidentally go off. You don't want them to either kill you or put you on the verge of death. The way that I normally traverse this is once I kill the Arachnotron, I kind of focus on the upper platforms and staying away from the middle, as with the red barrels being there and the tunnel and all the demons there, it's just very congested, so I like to stay on these higher platforms. I'd also say don't get too excited and pick up that fuel canister that's in this arena too quickly. What you're trying to do now is you want to run around to your first level of fuel regenerates, and then you want to pick up that fuel canister on your way out for that second level of fuel, because you're basically setting yourself up to chainsaw another Arachnotron. After you grab the heavy cannon, you can come up here and pick up this extra armor if you need to, which apparently I didn't need to because, well, I mean, you're watching my guide, aren't you? Once you're in this area, I'm basically going to explain to you what I do here first. Now, my goal whenever I enter this area is to clear out the demons in this lawn type of space, as I'm basically trying to be able to overlook the Arachnotron and sticky bomb its turret from a distance. And by me clearing out the demons in this immediate area, it allows me to try and accomplish this without being caught off guard or being hit from behind. Now right here, you also might have noticed that I picked up the third fuel canister. Do not use it in this area. We're going to use it on the Arachnotron in the subway, as it makes that run so much easier. So right here you get the third fuel canister, and you're trying to take out the Arachnotron's turret from a distance. What I recommend is if you manage to waste all 3 of your sticky bombs, or even if you land that first shot on the Arachnotron's turret, immediately turn around, because sometimes you end up getting flanked, either from the demons from your right, or in my case right here, I got flanked from the demon from the department store. So it's just a good idea whenever you land that shot, or whenever you waste all 3 of your shots, to turn around and get a feel for what's behind you. Now typically after this, whenever I land that shot on the Arachnotron's turret, I run into the department store and I'll wait until I see the Arachnotron come out of the corner, and then I'll try to deal with it head on right here in this little small area. It's better than jumping down there and trying to deal with the Arachnotron with all the demons shooting at you. And right here, I also made use of sticky bombing the floor between those two, allowing me to get a little extra health boost. And also very quickly, a nice tidbit of information: after that turn on the Arachnotron is gone, if you land all 3 of your sticky bombs, just a handful of shots from your heavy cannon should put it in a glory kill state, assuming of course you land all those shots, which I didn't. I also want to point out, if you're low on health or armor, there's Sentinel Armor you can pick up inside the department store here. Now in the gameplay I'm showing there's extra life here because this is nightmare gameplay, but Sentinel Armor would pop up in its place in this exact same spot. This is helpful to grab whether now or once you're heading into the subway. It's really up to you based on confidence and what your health is at any given time. I would still recommend to pick it up regardless before stepping foot into the subway, because if not, it's just going to disappear. I'm going to fast forward this gameplay, as it's basically just soldiers and imps, nothing you shouldn't be able to handle. If you need any shotgun shells, any heavy cannon ammunition, or any health, all that stuff can be picked up in this area. Or even if you didn't pick up that Sentinel Armor, you could just go back and snag that before heading to the subway. Now once in the subway, I never pay attention to the 2 soldiers in the department store on my left. I always go forward, try to jump over these little balls of fire, and I always take out the soldier right here because you don't want to run the risk of him flanking us, and then immediately go over to the department store and chainsaw the Arachnotron. You want to catch the Arachnotron in the store because it becomes a little bit of a bitch if you try to take him on in the hallway, especially since we bypass those soldiers. You don't want those soldiers to creep up on you. But immediately after chainsawing the Arachnotron, you want to turn around and kill the soldier that spawns there as well. And that's it. You don't have to deal with anything else. Just run down to the next weapon mod, pick up whatever you want. On PC, I prefer precision bolt, but on console, I prefer micro missiles. But honestly, whenever it comes to weapon mods, whatever is comfortable for you, then choose that. Because honestly, I don't want to tell you, oh, this is the best thing and you don't know how to use it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Now right here is when we finally come across the Cackle Demon. Now, the way I normally go about this is after hitting that monkey bar, typically there's a soldier standing still and an imp that turns a corner. Apparently, the soldier just wasn't having it today. But normally, I'll sticky bomb the soldier, ignore the imp, and immediately try to sticky bomb or land a regular grenade in the Cackle Demon's mouth that just spawns right there. Whatever happens, you want to prioritize that Cackle Demon. You do not want him to stay alive. So if you end up missing a sticky bomb or missing your grenade, just try to land a second one. If you're being rushed by the imps, that's fine. Just kind of, again, stay on the outside of the arena. You don't want to move around in the middle, especially with the Cackle Demon preoccupying your attention. You know, you don't want to be hit from behind, but you want to prioritize the Cackle Demon. Glory kill him as soon as you can. After that, it's all about imps and soldiers. You want to kill about, I could be wrong here, but in this gameplay, I counted 7 imps, 3 soldiers, a total of 10, and then an Arachnotron is going to spawn. Also, really quick, I almost forgot, there's a fuel canister in this arena. Do not pick it up until before you leave this arena. You want to use that as your second fuel canister, as we're going to set up to chainsaw another Arachnotron towards the end of the level. It's going to make one of the final fights so much easier. So before you leave this arena, make sure you have 2 canisters of fuel. What I like to do is I like like to hang around this area so that way I know as soon as the Arachnotron spawns, I can take care of it. And the way I like to go about this Arachnotron is a quick kill is you want to fire off a grenade, sticky bomb his turret, and then switch through micro missiles and fire off an entire volley. That should put the Arachnotron in an immediate glory state kill. If you want to be slick about it, you can wait until you're cooldown for your grenade and then do the exact same thing once the next Arachnotron spawns, which happens once you clear the whole room of all the imps and all the soldiers. Now with this second Arachnotron, you'll notice that I actually missed a grenade. So what I did was I shot off 2 sticky bombs, half a volley of micro missiles, and then a normal shotgun shot, and that put this Arachnotron in a glory state kill. And that's it. Now you're 75% through at this level. It's pretty much a breeze. In the next spot, you're just gonna launch a grenade in the Cackle Demon's mouth, move on to this area. You can basically skip all the demons minus the imp. I suggest you kill him. And
for starters, tentacles will pop out directly in front of you and give you a good smack before you can pull the trigger. This makes it insanely hard to survive Ultra Nightmare runs.
Alright guys, don't panic. I'm gonna walk everybody straight through this. You just gotta play with this all nice and slow. You know, you wanna romance this tentacle a little bit. Don't get too excited now, as no one enjoys an early finisher. So you wanna move in like it gotcha. Then you back up and give it a good licking. And that's it. Oh, you can also chainsaw them. I don't recommend doing that though. Trying to save that for the Arachnotron. And that is it. We're so close. We defeated 2 S tier tentacles straight from hell. In this garage, you want to sticky bomb the Cackle Demon, and just keep an eye out. There's a soldier in the back. You're going to want to land a sticky grenade on him as well. And this is where you want to prepare for the big fight. Now, there's 2 zombies here. It's up to you. I normally just leave them be. You can use them as a glory kill for extra health. That's completely up to you. Pick up the extra shotgun shells if you need them, and hop into the elevator shaft. Now, this is how I go about this fight, and it seems to work almost every single time, minus user error because I do mess up sometimes. But jumping out of the elevator shaft, I immediately turn to my right and deal with the imp and the soldier that's right here. Sometimes they're close enough to deal with one sticky bomb, sometimes they're kind of spread out like they were this time, but normally I would take care of both of them and wait for that first Cackle Demon to come to me. Now be aware, in this entire fight you're going to come across 3 Cackle Demons and an Arachnotron. The first 2 Cackle Demons are already spawned, so when that first one comes to you, be aware that there's a second one somewhere behind him. Sometimes he will ambush you as soon as you come out of that glory kill on the first one, so I'd recommend either making sure that he's a little far off where he won't dash towards you, or you can hit them both with a sticky bomb and glory kill them back to back, whatever you want to do. But just be aware that there is a second Cackle Demon behind the first. There's some other things I want to point out here. I like staying in this back corner as it gives me time to register everything coming at me. After I kill that first soldier, that first imp, that first Cackle Demon does come, and 2 imps normally do come as well. I try to make sure I don't accidentally pick up that health pack just in case that Cackle Demon does hit me, but I like sitting in this back corner until I take out those 2 Cackle Demons, hopefully those imps, and then the Arachnotron that spawns back here. After you kill that second Cackle Demon, there's going to be an Arachnotron spawning in the back right corner. Now you notice as soon as I drop down from that second Cackle Demon kill, that third fuel canister is right there, so you're going to want to pick that up, go straight towards the Arachnotron, turn around and kind of back up towards this back corner with the wall up to your back and all the demons in front of you. As I mentioned, there's going to be 3 Cackle Demons in this fight, so that third one is going to flank you from the right, which if you keep him at a distance and manage to hit him with a sticky bomb, you should be alright based off of the glory kill health you're going to get, as well as those health pickups in that area. And that's pretty much it. You just completed the hardest fight in the whole level as far as I'm concerned, and this was the fastest I've ever been able to clear this entire fight. So just clear out the imps and the soldiers that are remaining. There are shotgun shells and heavy cannon rounds you can pick up in this entire arena if you kind of scavenge around. There's more Sentinel Armor that you can pick up in the elevator shaft over there, and then it's all about taking out the final stage of enemies, which I'd recommend 1 or 2 things depending on how aggressive and how fast you move. If you're pretty aggressive and you're pretty fast, then you could just go down there and take them head on. If you're a little slow, then I'd recommend trying sticky bombing them kind of from the ledge rather than going head first and risking you dying on the last leg of the mission. Now if you do end up taking damage on the outside ledge here, there is some extra health. There is an extra life here. I don't think there is extra Sentinel Armor there though. You can try it just to be sure, but if you're kind of iffy on monkey bars or die, don't blame me. That's completely your fault. Now right here, I do the same thing that I showed you guys earlier. I prioritize that Arachnotron. I kind of jump on this ledge and then I kind of strafe sideways. That way the Arachnotron stays in my sights. I try to sticky bomb his turret, fire a grenade, and then full volley of micro missiles, just like I told you guys earlier. It seems to usually do the trick. I hardly ever die in this spot because of that. Right there, then it's all about taking out these imps and the remaining soldiers. And that's it. You guys did it. Hell on Earth for Ultra Nightmare is done. Round of applause for everybody. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this helps at all. And if you like this level by level guide and explanation / description. I didn't want to do just another, oh, here's a guide. Hopefully it helps you guys. I thought it would be better to just go full in-depth. Hey, this is what happens in this fight. This is what you should do here, and this is why you should do it, rather than, oh, it worked for me, you know? This is what I've done a handful of times, and like I said, I've gotten Hell on Earth down to a T. Like always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully it did help you out. If it did, drop a like if you're excited for part 2, Exultia. I'm gonna try to get these out every single day, but we'll see what happens. Like always, guys, my name is Cynic. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.